Thank you everybody for joining me for this episode of Restaurant at Home, and today I've got a good one for you. I am going to try and recreate the White Castle sliders. It's going to be my version. I don't have the exact recipe. I've looked for a couple of different recipes online, and I've seen a couple of them with a couple of crazy ingredients. I saw one that had peanut butter. I'm not sure if I want to try that one. So I'm just going to try a basic restaurant at home style White Castle slider. Let's make these burgers. We're going to start with some 85-15. Got a little salt, a little pepper. And the idea is to get this flat. Now I'm actually in the wrong already because I'm supposed to be using baking parchment paper instead of aluminum foil. So when you make yours at home, use parchment paper. Now that we've gotten that flattened, now we're going to measure our size. Now a lot of people, they actually use like tape measure because the actual White Castle slider burgers, I believe, are supposed to be 2x4 or 2x2 inch patties. I'm not going to do all of that. So I've got these Hawaiian King rolls, and you can use that to size your burgers and make your cuts that way. Take a little plastic knife. I'm not actually going to touch the burger. And then I'll make these little cuts. My Miracle Blade. We're gonna do the same thing over here and just kind of make that straight line. And then once again. Then we're also going to take our cutting and go across. So got that line started. Now something like a wooden spoon, you want to use the bottom of this because we're actually going to poke holes in the burger patties. All right, there we go. And so now that you got your patty set up, we're just going to throw this whole thing in the freezer. All right, so these things are pretty frozen. Get a decent sized pan instead of my griddle. Let's get this thing started. So I've got one yellow onion. Gonna go ahead and take the ends off of this. Guess what I'm going to do with these? And we're just going to take all of our onions and just kind of dump them in there. love the smell of cooking onions. A little salt and pepper on that. And now it's time for our burgers. This should still be frozen, but not like rock hard frozen. Now this would also be easier if I had like my griddle, like the flat surface, but I've got my pan here. That's fine, there's nothing wrong with that. And if you've done your cuts good, your burgers will just come right off. Now if you've actually ever been to a White Castle establishment, you'll notice they have these humongous flat surfaces that they're cooking on. The entire surface is filled with onions, kind of diced up like that, and they just kind of throw your patties on. So I'm just going to do a couple. And that would be the quote-unquote secret. They're not actually cooking their burgers on the surface. They're actually steaming the burgers over the onions. Make sure they are laying flat, and with the holes in them, they will steam. So if you actually do visit a White Castle food truck or a stand or something, you'll notice that they really don't flip their burgers, but I'm gonna flip mine before I put the buns on. Oh man, I think I forgot the cheese. Hold on. And this is just medium cheddar. And what we've got here, nice gooey, cheesy meltiness. All right, so these are finished, but we're not done yet. But as you can see, I cut them pretty well. I'm actually kind of proud of that. I actually cut them the size of the buns, which is cool. But we have a sauce to make. Don't forget the dill pickles. So we're gonna use ketchup and mustard. And really, that's it. Equal parts of ketchup mixed with mustard. Anybody else had a problem with the mustard when if you just open it up and pour it, it's like the liquid that comes out? I hate that. But equal part mustard and ketchup. Get a real good mix going on here. And that's about what you want. Very basic. There we go. So we're gonna have each burger, of course, get a pickle or two. Dollop of the sauce. Yeah. It's the restaurant at home version of the White Castle slider. This is really good. Holy crap. Try it at home. Thank you very much for joining me for that episode of Restaurant at Home. I hope you enjoyed making some sliders. I hope you enjoy making your own sliders. That's the beauty of cooking. You can kind of take a recipe and make it your own. You can add your own spices or your own flavors or however you want to do it. Now, I know the original recipe of the White Castle burger, I'm pretty sure they don't come with cheese. I think it's just the burger with the dill pickle and that little mixture of sauce, I think. But I'm pretty sure with cheese. I don't know. It depends on you. It's your dish. You can make it how you want, which is the beauty of cooking. So like I said, thank you very much for joining me for this episode, and hit the subscribe button and also click that bell notification so you can be aware of every time that I post a video. Thank you very much, guys, and I will see you in the next one. Am I gonna do the hand thing? You know, the thing where they... Well, if you're at the end of this video, I really appreciate it. I thank you very much. Actually, I just want to go over a couple of other projects that I'm involved in. If you didn't know, I run a Facebook page called Uplifting Words. And on that page, I drop nuggets of inspiration, motivation, encouragement, just because I know the internet is the internet can be a very nasty place sometimes. And I know we all need something that's gonna build us up instead of tearing us down. On top of that Facebook page, I also run a podcast, and it's called the Uplifting Words Podcast. You can search for it wherever you listen to podcasts, if you're on Apple or Google or Pocket Casts, or there's a couple of others. I'll leave the list of them down in the description of this video. If you want to buy like this shirt, I have a link where you can get a shirt like this. I love wearing this shirt. I have this one and the black one. I've got a lot of stuff going on, and I would really appreciate it if you would go jump over to some of my other projects. Give me some love, some thumbs up, some likes, especially on the podcast. I feel the podcast is a place where I can like mentally let go of some stuff. So I would appreciate it if you could go check that stuff out. Give this video a thumbs up also. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell notification so you'll be notified every time that I do a video. And that's about it. Thank you very much. I really appreciate you. Oh, another thing, my main site, the name of that is justlivenow.net. You can go visit that, and that'll have everything kind of put together, the podcast and the Facebook page, and that's gonna be, I think it's gonna be like my central hub. So remember, justlivenow.net. Go check it out today. Let me know what you think. Visit the podcast, take a listen. I don't do too long episodes, probably like 15 or 20 minutes or so, but I would really appreciate it if you would go subscribe, give me some applause, or however they do it on podcasts. So thank you very much. I appreciate you. Bye-bye.